Yes, so hello my people. How in a day? I hope everything is working out fine for you. Yes, we're alive, we're doing well under the circumstances, and we are very grateful to God. Yes, there's a lot to complain about, but hey, you still have your life. As long as you have life, as long as you can breathe. I don't know how you did it, but you still ate something yesterday, even without job, without any job, without any meaningful means of income. Somehow you have clothes on your body, and I'm talking to that person who is even contemplating suicide. But check out, you're not even lying down in the hospital. You don't have COVID-19. Your house was not lost in a fire. Your leg is not hanging out of an accident. You're not in the bush, kidnapped by kidnapped by kidnappers. Okay, armed robbers didn't come yesterday to your home and killed somebody that you know. Stole your car, stole everything. I'm telling you, you didn't go to the hospital and they tell you that there are no drugs. All of that is happening to people as I speak to you in Nigeria. There are people going through all of those things. Your husband did not beat you up. By the way, that doctor, is it the former, what do they call you, for Benue State, that your husband beat you up? I heard that today you were saying we should all mind our business. We should leave you alone. How dare you see the craze? I didn't even want to talk about this topic before, but there's just some things that people say that is very annoying to me. I was minding my airspace. My internet space. I was minding it jejely. You came with the story of you and your husband. Now me send you to do video. You do video. You show us where your husband slap you, everything. Some of us look into the thing, say, okay, maybe in a husband and wife something. Maybe we just see what thing go happen. Before you know what thing they happen, your governor can't enter inside. You see my wahala with people in night. Governor, that it's because you guys are empty. Because the governor doesn't have any meaningful thing to tell the people. When was the last time the governor of Benue State came on TV to talk about development in the state? When was the last time he came to tell us what he was doing about insecurity? He came to share us that he fixed a marriage between a reporter and a wife. Now it's become a celebrity thing, doing damage control. And let me tell you something, you can't deceive us. That thing is a lie. That thing we saw. No, I don't know how much money transpired in all of that to save the face of the guy. Now I know what they do there. At the end of the day, now you sabi, if you want to date there, they kill you. You've not heard stories of where they killed the woman. Didn't you see that pastor? We've not even finished surviving from that pastor that went and shot the wife. Did you see that? No, how many times did they repair the marriage? Did you see in the video the sisters were begging the girl to leave this house, leave, and the girl was saying, but he said, leave. At the end of the day, she was killed by the same man who has tried to strangle herself. Your own has the only slap, they slap you. Okay, I don't even know how I got into that one. But it's just that every time you think about certain, I know the government just got into that thing, just manipulate. There's so much manipulation in Nigeria, so much manipulation. It is so annoying. That's why I titled this. You see my title, I say Sowore. How many times did I call you? Because it's the only one that drives this people crazy. I say, make I beg you. Just these people, they want to die for you. How can one man be driving a government as crazy as Sowore is driving them crazy? They will gather. You see, as long as the reason why we have to keep saying this is that a lot of people, unfortunately, they were sleeping. A lot of people who were not even active before, people who were not politically active, the End SARS protests made them active. suddenly a lot of people who, when we are telling you, hey, this is what's happening in Nigeria, say, shit, they are beg, I don't get time. All of a sudden, we started seeing you people. We started getting interested. So we were impressed. But the thing is, now we have to show you people, the things that you did not know before. Okay? So that's why we have to tell you about Sowore. A lot of you say, oh Chidi, this NSAS thing is not about Sowore. No. NSAS should be like NSAS, don't be NSAS. Police brutality when I want. We agree now. We follow do NSAS. We are still doing NSAS. I'm still inside NSAS now. But we kept telling you that it is more than NSAS. And we kept telling you, say, come, oh boy, no be today. We don't dey fight this war before. But some of you don't understand. So don't blame us. That's why we have to keep on hammering the thing so that you people will see what we are trying to tell you. Okay? So what I go do, I go to YouTube for Sahara TV. Make I go bring something where they put together to try to remind you people of waiting their grand. The thing where they for grand now is that the government is bringing Sowore to court again. It is so unacceptable. It is so unjustified. You cannot just see, if Sowore committed a crime, we'll be begging the government. But he did not commit a crime. What kind of foolish government will go and take a case to court and have 10 charges, and out of the 10 charges, on your own, you dey discover say you dey lie until you discover 9 times say you lied 9 times. You couldn't prove any of them. Then you are just looking for something to hold the man back. You can't hold him on one charge. Say they plot to wetin they call am, plotting to destabilize the government and overthrow the government. Person wey no get gun, person wey no get ammunition, person wey the only weapon he has is no be pen sef, is his laptop and his mouth. That's why I say Sowore. How many times I call you? I say I pity these people because that is what they are afraid. He uses he get very sharp. See, and they beg you. Okay. Say they always like to give you people secrets. If you're Sowore's friend or anything, relationship, don't ever come. See this side of his mouth. Don't ever fall on this side of his mouth. That guy gets very sharp mouth. If he talk to you, if he carry your case, you go enter your bedroom, enter inside toilet. That toilet inside your master bedroom. You lock yourself up and begin to cry. That's what he can do to you. You can't hide. When you're a bad government official, when you steal money, he will smoke you out. So that's what he's doing to the government. That is all he is doing, and you're prepared to accuse him of overthrowing the government. Meanwhile, people like Boko Haram, people that openly show you that they have guns, people like Fulani headsmen who show you that they have everything that it takes. You even know where they are. You see the caliber of weapons that they have. You're not bringing them to court. And they're the people that we should be seeing in court every day. It should be court case after court case after court case. That's what we should be seeing. But we're not seeing that. But let me play the video first of all and we'll come back. Oh, hold on. The video doesn't have audio. Let's bring in the audio.
Omayele Sowore, journalist, leader of revolutionary protest, and a former presidential candidate, will appear at the Federal High Court, Abuja, on December 10th and 11th, 2020. Buhari's government has consistently and flagrantly flouted constitutionally and internationally guaranteed human rights due to Omoyele Sowore. Sowore is still being restricted to Abuja despite the decision by the United Nations Working Group on arbitrary detention, declaring his detention and prosecution unlawful. Other violations and irregularities in Sowore's case include 1. Sowore was illegally detained for 150 days for calling for a nationwide peaceful protest against political corruption and bad governance. 2. Buhari's government failed to bring Sowore before a judge within 48 hours as prescribed by the Nigerian Constitution and in keeping with international human rights standards. 3. Sowore is charged with treasonable felony and conspiracy to commit a treasonable offense for allegedly conspiring to stage a revolution with aims of removing the president. The specific application of this charge to Sowore is without merit, as his actions do not mirror the charge. 5. Sowore faces 4 charges of money laundering for transferring funds from his bank account to that of the account of Sahara Reporters, the online citizen journalism site he founded. Sowore's charge documents fail to list even one crime that his wire transfer is purported to be in furtherance of. 6. There was no warrant for Mr. Sowore's arrest, and he was detained in DSS custody for 3 days without being brought before a judge. The Nigerian Department of State Service did not officially charge Sowore until 48 days after his initial arrest, violating his right to be informed of the reasons for his arrest. Buhari's government has continued to violate Sowore's right to access his family, as his movement is restricted to the city of Abuja, which effectively amounts to a continued order of detention in an attempt to keep him in perpetual custody. There have been calls for Buhari and his government to immediately free Sowore.
So we must continue to plead with the authorities to release Sowore.
New Jersey is watching, the United States is watching, and the world is watching.
And lift the restriction on him, allowing him to rejoin his family and drop all bogus and trumped up charges against him.
You see, Igbo people have a proverb. Na onye ji fe nwata wenye aka enu, aka lobia elu owedatia. The interpretation is that person will carry the puff of small pikin, carry her up, say the small pikin no fit jump collect the puff. So eventually your hand go begin to pain you, and you must to bring it down, and the young person, the small pikin, will collect his puff. We get another proverb say ochu nwa ọkụkọ nwa ada, nwa ọkụkọ nwe ọsọ. You know what that one mean? That one means say you wey you dey pursue the chicken dey run, you dey pursue the chicken. Now you dey fall, dey get up, dey fall, dey get up. The chicken go just dey bail, dey go, just dey go. Now you go dey fall. All of you wey dey pursue Omoyele Sowore, all of you, you don't try. I mean, when will you give up? When will you understand that, see, there cannot be, there are usually in a generation people who God has picked for an assignment. There's always people like that. You see, you can only have like one chief at a time, one class prefect at a time, one monitor at a time, one governor of a state, among so many people, one president of a country. Just have you ever thought about that? They could just get somebody like one Fast the Bad Guy, one Davido, one Flavor. They're just, and a lot of people will do music, people will do PhD music, then but not be them they make money for music. Not be them be the number one celebrity. Go and look at film actors. We make a huge big time film actors. Some of them they don't know nothing about film school. They don't go film school. But it's because of the favor of God on their life. That's the way the world works. And you are the most stupid, foolish, janjaweed brain human being when you are trying to twist the hand of God to turn things out. You can't. You're wasting your time. You are wasting. You see, techno. You see all these people I'm calling now. Fino, Olumide, all of those are our young people that are our artists. No, well, they'll not be young people again. But all those people that are still doing something that is giving Nigeria good image. Those people who go to other countries and become ministers, judges in other countries, members of parliament. All of those Nigerians designing cars, inventing vaccine, doing prominent things outside. Those are people who have found favor in the eyes of God. I'm telling you. So people like that, you cannot begin to fight against them. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you kill yourself? Why would you do that? It's not you now. God has elected them. God has nominated them. If you are fighting against something that God will not take excuse from you before he appoints somebody. God will not take excuse from you before he puts his favor. He is the one that chooses who he has favored. The more you try to press this person down, the more you will uplift them. You don't understand? Oh, you don't understand? When Sowore started this thing, you should have left him alone when he was going to do the August 5 days of rage. But no. You carry army. You carry DSS. You carry everything. You went and you arrested without any search warrant. You just went into his hotel because you get the power. You arrested him. You just arrested him. Just like that. God, they watch. You see, Sowore should have been dead by now. You see, I don't know whether it's because I'm a pastor and I understand that makes me talk like this. You have to fear God though. What I noticed that some of us, especially Nigerian government officials, we know they fear God. We know they fear God. We know they go church. No, we know they go church, because if you they go church, you go fear small. That's you go they fear, say, this person God hand dey for this person thing. But because we know they go church, because we know be good people, be bad people, very bad people, we go just they do arm wrestling with God. You go see. Let me tell you something. I remember what a favorite pastor of mine and one of my mentors, Pastor Ike Monye, of TOG, Temple of Glory Church in Abuja. He says, God, they say something about God appointing you or something like anointing, the anointing of God. When God anoints you, God doesn't anoint you because you're born again. No. No. When God has anointed, when the anointing is from God, when God selects you, He does not. Do you remember when they selected David? Do you remember him? He was not even the biggest. In fact, his father didn't even. His father brought the best of all his children. The man said, "No, I haven't seen." The prophet said, "No, I never see the one where I'm looking for." He said, "No." He said, "These are my children now. They are finished." He said, "No. There's still one that God has appointed." He said, "Hey, there's one." No, but that one is in the bush rearing cattle. That one is not. It's not one of my. He said, "No, go and bring that one." You see? Do you see that? When they are talking about the people that should occupy the media space, I say no. There's Daily Times now. There's Vanguard. There's all these big newspapers now. There's Tribune. There's all of them. That one will come that time with ego. Is it Democrat? I'll be something like that. But there was one boy from one village that didn't have light, that went to primary school without light, that before he goes to school, he has to go and fish and get fish from inside. I need to play that video again. Maybe please send me that video of Sowore. I need to play to show you where Sowore is coming from. And that is what is driving people crazy. He is not your typical person that should occupy the space. So you say, "No, stop talking about this Sowore. No. We will keep talking about him. Because I want to be on the side of what God is planning to do. Because it's not you think it's by chance? You think it is you that selected that person? No. Even people who you don't like, it is God that has appointed them to be doing what they are doing at the particular time when they are doing it. So God does not need you. He does not need you as excuse. It's not you that He will come and ask. Then when you now give Him permission, then He will now decide to do what He wants to do. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. God chooses who He wants to choose. He says, "I will show my favor on whom I will show my favor." No be you. If God need counsel, is it you that He will come and take counsel from? No, now. No. Why God will come ask you? Why God go? What do you know that God will come and seek counsel from you? So you people that are chasing this young man, I wish you will understand that people like him, just let them do what they came here to do. They just come, they came here to do something. A lot of people, do you know the mistake? A lot of people think that this whole thing is all about making Sowore the president of Nigeria. If he becomes the president of Nigeria, so be it. He will make a good president. But it's nothing close to that. No. It's about somebody discovering their mandate in life. Discovering, like what I'm doing right now. Right now that you are hearing me. This is what I was appointed to do. See, it is so natural for me. I don't write a script. Trust me. It just unfolds. Only few times do we plan what we're going to do. And people say, "Oh, Chidi, that's not professional." But I speak from my heart. Because I was talking with someone yesterday, said, "Chidi, when do you have time?" Because I know you own a construction company. And I was talking with a woman till 3 a.m. yesterday. We're building a website for her under Worship Media. This guy was like, "Chidi, when do you have time to do this?" I told him, if I don't do it, I feel my wife had to say, "Look, baby, we can't do this every day. We have to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If not, I will do it every day." Because I think, I know, I realize that this is part of what God has nominated me to do, selected me to do on behalf of our generation. Because I know that when I speak, I sound like a lot of you who are listening to me right now. So having a privilege of a platform, if I don't do what I'm doing right now, God will take it away from me, and there's 1,000,001 other people that will do even better than what I am doing. So I just stay for my own wing, jejely. They do my own thing, and when I pray, I ask God, I don't do my own for today, are you okay with it? And he says, yes, keep going, and I keep going. So let me play this video and just remind you of whom Omoyele Sowore is and where he is coming from. Very, very short video, but it will tie into what I'm saying.
One of the downsides of growing up in a village is that you have limited exposure. The world is very small around you. You're insulated from a lot of things. But mine was different. I grew up in a village, but I had like lofty dreams. I had big dreams. I was dreaming from the mat. That's where most people should be dreaming from. A big, nice bed. So I'm like a guy living in a village who was flying over cities and exotic places. I dreamt big, you know. Every time I went to bed at night, tired, I dreamt of going to big cities. I dreamt of being in big places. I dreamt of achieving great things. Think of me growing up in Kiribo, waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, sometimes 6 a.m. And I have to go to this lake and fish. And coming back from the lake, putting food on the table for the family, and then changing my clothes, and then running to school. And I succeeded in clearing all those obstacles in life and made it this far. Everybody can do it. But what everybody must do at this point is to remove all those obstacles that's making people live in what I call villages of life. Even when they might be living in cities, towns, but they feel constrained. And that's what Nigeria is to a lot of people. Everybody, regardless of their geolocation, are limited simply because they haven't had visionaries. People who might be living in villages who can dream big, or people who might have constraints who can think big. And it is those kind of people and those ideas that will open up the Nigerian nation and open up limitless opportunities for people to break out of their own villages and make it big in life.
see, every time I watch that thing, it's just it just there's something it does to me, because I can relate with what Sowore is talking about there. People don't People can't handle it. They can't handle it. Why? I remember growing up, you know, your schoolmates. I remember when, uh, because of circumstances I can't go into now, you will go to school and your friends had lunch boxes. They had lunch boxes, and these lunch boxes, they had all these, all these Marvel comic heroes on them: Spider-Man, Thor, Captain America. They had this metal lunch box that time. That was like, this one they used to put cookies. That's how these lunch boxes were. And when they open it, you will see this triangular cheese will be in it. They have all these other things in it. I couldn't have those lunch boxes then. And it was as if I could just lay my hand on those lunch boxes, I would be in heaven. But that never happened. And I would go to birthday parties of my friends in GRA. Then we were living in Onitsha. My father was a school teacher. I would go to those parties in GRA, and everybody will come with gifts. Of course, I will bring my own gifts, but they'll be telling stories that were flying above my head. I would just be laughing as if I understood what they were talking about. And God has so blessed me that I don't even know where to start. And a lot of you who follow me, who know my life history, you know that God has really blessed me. And a lot of people from way back, they look at me and they can't handle it. In fact, one of my friends he couldn't hold it again in a WhatsApp group, in our old school WhatsApp group. He attacked me. He was just attacking me for nothing, because he couldn't handle that he would see a picture of me contesting for governor of my state. One day he just burst out. He was just blabbing like somebody who had gone cuckoo, and everybody was like, bros, what's wrong now? What did Chidi do to you? Nothing. Because he just couldn't handle, and that is life for you. Some people are like that, and that is the major problem that we see with the Nigerian government. Otherwise, why would they put all the charges that they put against Omoyele Sowore? But let's even leave the Nigerian government alone. The one that I cannot handle is my fellow citizens, my fellow oppressed citizens, who daily behave like crabs in a basket. Crabs in a basket? When one of them wants to come out, the other one will pull it down, and all of them remain in that basket. That is what we are in Nigeria. You see people that will just hate Sowore for no reason. One of my friends was talking with me. I just kept quiet, and he was listing all the things that he has against Sowore to me. And by the time I took time, because that's me, I'll get angry with you, but I will have time to explain to you. I will engage you in that conversation. Yes, no, I will talk. I don't get angry and just say, I don't have time for... No. Although I don't have time to discuss some frivolous things, if you're discussing something that doesn't add anything to the project, to the mission that we're on, I could just leave you alone. But most times when I see that you're talking out of ignorance, I engage you. One guy had said, Chidi, during the Jonathan time, when Sowore was this, you were the people that were castigating Jonathan. By the time I showed him the role I played in Jonathan's government to try to even re-elect Jonathan, because I was an Igbo man. Jonathan was our own son, and all of that. He was shocked. I said, but look back now and tell me that during Jonathan's time, that Nigeria did not experience a lot of corruption, or that look back and tell me that before Jonathan, that doing all, but that this thing has been something that has been progressive. And it is not, you see, you continue to learn as you grow. Then you discover that, no, it's not just about tribe, as they make us see it. That there are two tribes in Nigeria, just two tribes. The oppressor and the oppressed. They have and they have not. You think I'm lying? Go and check out who is marrying who. Not them. Not them, they marry themselves. And when they call for that wedding, check out who goes to that wedding. Check out how many private jets park in the airport, nearest airport to the wedding venue. And it is these same people that make you fight each other. They are the ones meeting with each other. And whenever it gets to them sharing your money and my money, they become brothers and sisters. They forget about their tribe. So do you see how it works? You see how it works? So my problem is you, that you don't like Sowore. You're willing to castigate him. You're willing to say bad. Anytime you see something bad, you forward it to me. And I ask you why. What is your problem? You say he wrote about Jonathan. So how come you are so narrow-minded that it is only Jonathan you saw that he wrote against? That Jonathan is not an Igbo man. Or so Jonathan is a Southeast man. Jonathan is an Igbo man. It doesn't claim that he's an Igbo man, or even though he is an Igbo man. But how about before Jonathan? You forgot all that Sahara Reporters was writing about Yar'Adua's government. You forgot that it was Sahara Reporters that wrote and stood behind Jonathan and insisted that Jonathan should be the president. You forgot that you have amnesia when it gets to something like that. No, go and research now. Why that Jonathan actually wanted to give him a political post. But you will argue with me, but you will not go and research. That's my problem with you. You will soon just start arguing with me, even right now that you're listening to me. But if I tell you that, you see me, I'm a media person now. I take time to do my research. Now, if I tell you to go and do your own research, you will not do. That's my problem with you. But go and do the research, then come back and we'll talk. And you will see that you are being very, very selective. And for that reason, you just hate this young man. Why don't you go back and see that it was the same way he was writing against Obasanjo? Why don't you go and see that what he is writing is the media version of what he was doing physically? Why don't you go and see that he fought the Buhari, that old Buhari government? Go and see now. Why don't you go and see that they were the ones that fought Abacha? That's why you see people like Sowore are fighting this whole thing. This whole bastardization of our democracy. Why? Because he knows one thing or two about democracy. They were the ones that fought to get this democracy. So that is why they are very angry. You can imagine. They are very angry because they fought the government of the day. They fought the military to a standstill. Haven't you seen those videos of Sowore looking so scraggly, like somebody who doesn't eat? Do you know how many times he has been to prison? Do you know? Fighting for democracy. So when after they have gotten this democracy, some people now come, the same people that they fought to. Don't forget that Buhari was an army man that time. After we got democracy, he changed his uniform, put on civilian wear, and you see, our people, we don't really understand this thing. Do you see why people who were pro-democracy people, You see why they are upset about the way you see them upset? Because they've been there right from time. And the most annoying thing is people who do not even have respect. People who you were not even born when Omoyele Sowore started this fight. But now you just get up and, like I always say, you saw the first comment of someone in a post. You don't even have any clue about what the person is talking about. You say, yes, it's true, self. Then you start talking. The other people start talking. Just go and check. The first comment in a post usually decides what the rest will be. So people just, they want to bees. They want to belong. So when they see, they don't even know whether that person is commenting out of fact or commenting out of ignorance. You just go and join so that you don't look like you don't know what you're saying. You just go and comment. It's you that I don't understand. It is you also that all of us were doing NSAS together. All of a sudden, you turn around and say that somebody is hijacking the NSAS. Somebody who was doing the same thing you just came to do. Somebody who was doing it for years and years and years before you even came into the scene. This is what he was doing. He did it a few days. Somebody that did it a few days before the NSAS thing. He was on. You forgot. Maybe I should go and bring that protest back. October 1st. This person, that's why I do. You see, that's why I do these things, because I do it because it helps you to understand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for October 1st. October 1st protest. So you will see another analysis I want to give you, so that you don't go and be doing the bidding of our enemies, and they know themselves. Now, I think we have it in worship media. Two of us will be looking for it, and whoever finds it first will send it to me. October 1st. Okay. I found this one, Seth, and I found this one. Somebody's calling me. Please, just hold on. Just hold on. I'll have time for us to talk. But I found this one. But the one I'm looking for is where Omoyele Sowore protested with Aisha, Yesufu, and all of those people. Please, the person calling me, I am live. Doc, please, I'm live. So call me after, okay? Yeah. Okay, I'll open the call line very soon. Thank you. Okay, I'm looking for that video because I want to explain something to you that we seem to forget, because we just become, don't be a tool in the hands of people. Let me just show you the one we did in Toronto while we are looking for the one. I wanted to show you what happened on October 1st, but this was the protest that Omoyele Sowore called for all over the world. All over the world, he called for this protest, and this is what we did in Toronto. We did this one in Toronto just to support, to answer the call.
Anyhow you want to bend it, anyhow you want to put it, Nigeria don't scatter. Nigeria no dey work again.
Nigeria no get government.
Scatter the whole thing and start all over again.
The youth need to wake
The
up.
reason why it is joined is Revolution Now movement is saying that everybody has a right to decide what they want to be. They want to be Biafra, they want to be Oduduwa, you don't want to be in Oduduwa or Biafra, you have a right. But the problem is that the stupid, clueless government of Buhari will not conform to the Constitution of Nigeria, which guarantees freedom of expression. So anytime anybody gets up to express themselves, they will kill the person, they will jail the person, they will imprison human rights abuse. There is human rights abuse. So that's what we are saying. We are saying that we need a total revolution in Nigeria so that we can start afresh, and people who want to be on their own will be on their own. You cannot stop people from being whatever they want to be. That is tyranny, that is oppression. That is what we stand for.
We want a new Nigeria.
We do not, people keep saying we want one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Nigeria, we did not even invent Nigeria. We did not even create Nigeria. What we are saying is that we want everybody, we are fighting from everybody inside Nigeria, whether you're Yoruba, whether you're Hausa, whether you're Igbo, whether you're Efik, whether you're Ijo, whether you're Shekiri.
I think you see that one. This one you saw now. This one is not it's not NSAS. That was happening on October 1st. Let me now show you again what happened on October 1st. And stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this analysis. Stay with me because people are forgetting. So on October 1st, I'm going to go to my man. You stay amongst your own people where say they no go do what they call them, they no go do copyright on you. So I'm going to go and take something from Shegun Object Media. Let's take something from him, because this is another one of our own people. So please, if you have not subscribed to Object Media and you're here, please, after this, go and subscribe to Object Media. Okay, now okay, so we patronize ourselves, each other. Okay, so this is exactly what happened on October 1st. Why am I showing you this? It's for some of you. I pity you because you're talking out of ignorance. When they convinced you that Sowore came to hijack a protest, this is somebody who has been protesting all his life. What you saw him doing is exactly what he has been doing forever since we know him. So this was October 1st, just a few days before NSAS, when nobody knew he was going to come out. This was after they had killed IPOB people in Enugu. The government was like, they even sent a threat that if you come out, they will do this, they will do that. But this is what Omoyele Sowore did that day.
Well, my sister covers me. Run away, well, my sister. Solidarity forever.
You are not going to join. You are not going to join.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights.
Another challenge, double challenge. I say another challenge. Another challenge, another challenge, another challenge, another challenge, another challenge,
Double challenge,
another challenge, another challenge, another challenge. Greatest Nigerians, yes, greatest Nigerians, yes. Everybody sit down. Sit down. Everybody sit down. I will die for my country. Sit down. I will die for...
Okay, one thing I need you to notice is this is not NSAS. This is not NSAS at all. This was Revolution Now movement. Just pull up a video for me. 1 year Let's even go back 2 years before that time. Go and pull a video for me of anybody, any people protesting in front of police. Pull that video, send it to me right now. Of anybody, be you activist, be you political candidate, be you, show me a video of anybody apart from El Zazaki who was confronting the police. Nobody. For months. And this was after August too. This was October 1st. Because you see, it's unfortunate that when people forget, and it is not fair, because the same person who has laid down so many things, has sacrificed their job, their family to fight for you. It's not fair sometimes when you just forget and you join in trying to pull the person down. Why now? Why?
For my country. I stand in front of you today to say, don't be afraid. Absolutely. Right now, as it is usual, we are being surrounded by our brothers in the armed forces. They are acting as if we are here against them. No, we are fighting for a country that will be better for them and their children. Greatest Nigerian people. Yes. In 1960, the reason we are in this mess is that our grandfathers were afraid of the police. Absolutely. 10 years later, we had a civil war because our fathers were afraid to take the right steps. Absolutely. And it is 2020. They want us to be afraid again. Never. They want us to be afraid to demand for just simple fundamental human rights. Never. That all of them and ourselves to enjoy in a country of our own.
So my problem is, when he was doing this, what was he hijacking? Which protest was it? You see now, when they paint somebody bad and you don't know, and this is why you must not follow them. This one, NSAS, nobody don't type any NSAS. By the way, the very first time you saw NSAS, the very first time that NSAS was put on Twitter, it was Sowore, Dejade Anju, Sega Link, and a couple of other people. They were the ones that formed WhatsApp group, and they said nobody said they talk the same hashtag NSAS 2017. That's the first time they tried it. So when you don't have history, when you don't have knowledge, you play into the narrative of your enemy. The enemy now came between us and sowed the bad seed. So why are you now making yourself an agent of the enemy? See what they did to NSAS. That's why they had to make sure that people okay, this same video was your introduction. A lot of you, this was your introduction to Aisha Yesufu. A lot of you didn't know about Aisha Yesufu. You didn't know when they were doing Bring Back Our Girls. But this was when Aisha Yesufu appeared, that a lot of you actually knew that Aisha Yesufu was there. So just watch, and then I will come and conclude what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. Nigeria is 60 years, and we are still afraid to live in our own country. It is 60 years, and we haven't had an opportunity to get employed after we graduate. Absolutely. It is 60 years, and we are the 6th largest producer of oil in the world. The president this morning was saying that he wants to compare the price of oil in Nigeria with that of Saudi Arabia. But he doesn't want to compare the streets of Saudi Arabia with that of Nigeria. The minimum wage. Saudi Arabia hospitals, the minimum wage in Saudi Arabia. He's not talking about the minimum wage in Saudi Arabia versus that of Nigeria. Absolutely. Nobody should be afraid at this time. Absolutely. And I want to call on the policemen.
This is when Aisha arrived on the scene, because she had called Aisha and said, look, we're doing something, come and join us. Well, a lot of you don't understand. This is now when Aisha arrived at the scene. And for so when some of you anyway, let me just keep quiet. Okay, so that's the point I wanted to make. The point I wanted to make is this is where this whole thing, this is what galvanized the NSAS protest. See, people don't like to say the truth. This happened on the 1st of October. And by the 3rd of October, 3rd, 4th of October, that's when they now tweeted that first NSAS. And it was on Twitter. It was a Twitter influencers. Let's just put this thing up. And then they started organizing. Yes, we should do a protest. Let somebody challenge me. This was what gave the impetus for NSAS. Because this has already happened, people now saw that it was possible to organize a protest. That we were so scared of Sowore even coming out. He did this on his own without telling anybody. None of us knew. It was I saw it on TV just like you saw it. Nobody knew except the people around him in Abuja. Because it was so dangerous. It's kind of the situation you have right now. You know right now, nobody get the liver to do protest again. Whether answers, whether celebrity, whether everybody, but they can't accept it. They are scared to shit. Please forgive my French. They are scared to their bones. Nobody wants to come and die. But revolution now people have been facing the military. Do you know how many times we have been imprisoned? And you look at us. We came to that NSAS protest and you turn around. Government set something up for them to come and say, sure, go. They captured this on camera. Just that small clip, they put it out there. They say, yes, so it's true. He came to hijack the protest. Hijack waiting. Something he was called into. He said, hey, Chidi, this guy said we should help them out with this NSAS protest. So they're doing NSAS on in 2 days. What we go do? We need to support them. I said, okay now, bros, no problem. And then with the posters, the first posters you saw in Abuja, we did them. Think say if I talk and my pants go lost, let somebody come and say it's not true. That first protest they did in front of the police headquarters. You think it just fell out of the sky? That big banner they were carrying. I need that video. The first NSAS protest in front of police headquarters in Abuja. You need to see it. You remember they were using blood to write NSAS on. How did that blood come? You think did you know somebody sent for somebody to go and buy blood in abattoir, cow blood, and they use it to write on the ground there? Do you remember that argument between the police PRO and Sowore was like, I beg, I know they're going, you want to take picture with me, take picture with me. So I don't know why I stayed long on this one. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going because people will always betray you. People will always. The funny thing is that all the people that said Sowore came to hijack the NSAS thing, everybody, nobody is doing anything anymore. So you see, the same people who were there before, who joined in the NSAS protest, they are still the people who are continuing. So what does that tell you? It is not about 100 meters dash. It is about a marathon. We know that this is a marathon. We have been engaging the government, and we are the ones still engaging the government now. Chidi, why are you bragging? It's not bragging. I'm not bragging with suffering. It's what we found ourselves in. We're not happy about it, but that has become our lot in life. Somebody has to do this. I remember when you tell Sowore, look, bros, don't you say, Chidi, don't go there, don't go there. Look, even if I have to die, somebody has to die for this thing. And when he says it, it just makes your heart melt. You know how many times I've cried over. See me, I don't want to say some other deeper things because you misunderstand it. But you see people like Sowore, see people like Nnamdi Kanu. You see, if you know, you don't understand the relationship between them and their mother, or their wives and their children. They've already settled certain things that you don't even know. They've settled certain things with these people that if you know it, you'll be cautious next time you open your mouth to criticize them. And so as Sowore goes to court on Thursday, he's going to court not because he's an armed robber. He is going to court not because he stole anybody's thing. He is going to court at the hands of people who are stealing your money. So don't gloat over that. Don't open your mouth and talk trash, because you don't realize what you are saying. Look at all the government office. Look at how many millions that Sowore is going to court, not because they found him with any one kobo. In the charge against him, they say that, oh yes, he took money, transferred money. So let me also say, you parade all these lies. APC gave him money, Tinubu gave him money, El-Rufai gave him. You believe in your right sense that if this Tinubu now gave him one kobo, that he will not, they will gladly bring it, they will say it. They have said worse thing. Reno Mokri, he tried his own. Where is Reno now? Don't you understand? When Reno Mokri started his dance, his macabre dance, people talk say, jekwa jegwa nwatakịrị na-ete ịkpa bụkwa egwu ndị mmụọ. And some other people say, jekwa gwa nwatakịrị na-ete igede na igede bụkwa egwu ndị mmụọ. Asị na nwata eluru elu wala ọgọdọ, ikuku bulu ọgọdọ obulukwa ya na onwe ya. Asị na ntị ara anụ ife, mbọsị a ga-ebeli isi ebele ya na ntị. I'm going to explain these three proverbs. They say make you go warn that pikin where they dance that igede dance or that ipa dance. Say that dance no be dance for small people. That dance where you dey dance no be dance for small people. Because when they come to ask you wetin dey with the dance, you have to answer. Say that dance now, the dance is a spiritual dance, and it's only for people who have reached a certain level by virtue of their age or their position in the community or their attainment of a certain status or recognition, and then they dance that dance. So just because they're the dancer, you just go the dance. Be careful. And then the other one be say, you way you they want to tie rapper, you be small boy, they want to tie rapper every day, you want to tie rapper, they give you rapper to tie. You know, say that time this rapper where they tie that can tell, that one where they weave, they heavy. So if small picking go tie am and heavy wind come, that heavy wind, that rapper go be like sail for boat. So that wind go carry the picking with the rapper. That means say Be careful when you dey go dey put hand for something where you no know just for fun. Lastly, when they want ear, they want ear, say make you hear, ear no one hear until it can't go, because say no one hear, it can't go where they can't cut off the head. Guess what? They go cut off the ear with the head. You know, so I tell you, say I be elder and I be chief. Now you know, say my chieftaincy is not the one where they give you for diaspora. This is a word for the wise. Sowore no do you anything. Sowore is not your problem. Sowore is not Boko Haram. Sowore is not Fulani headsman. Sowore is just an ordinary village boy who discovered his passion and his mission in life and is pursuing it with every single breath that he has. All you can do is to support him. All you can do is to speak against the people who are just maltreating him for no reason. People who will plan to spend Christmas with their families and will want to keep him restricted in Abuja and not to go to see his family. For what? For speaking out against injustice? Is that a crime? So what should he do? He should see you killing people and say yes, blowing your trumpet. Or you should do like some of you. Ha, Chidi, oh boy, this thing, now all man for himself. Oh, if you see anywhere where you go feel collect money from this, just calm down, make these people find you something. You know that they can find you something. He didn't do that. He didn't take another man's wife. What did he really do? All the charges, even the charge you said he met with Nnamdi Kanu. Well, I was there. I was waiting. I always say that that was one of the high points of the greatest comedy I was expecting in my life. I would have come to that court to testify because I was there in that meeting and I heard what they discussed, and yet you claim that he was planning to overthrow the government. I was waiting for where you will get your evidence from. And all the people that were listed, he collected money from it. You cannot even produce just one. And these are the people he is still writing against them up to today. You think if they have that evidence, they will not show it? How about try now? There's nobody that has not tried. Remember that woman that said that, Sowore, you don't give me my video. You took me, you ruined my life. You wanted to use him to do 419 after he recorded one lousy thing that you did with your NGO. He just saw that you were a scam. He said he's not going to. He said, you know what? Forget that we came and recorded it. He didn't use your video for anything. PDP that time, connive, gave you money. You came and shouted that one didn't hold water. So when will you people stop? When will you people stop? Let me prophesy to you. These two shall come to pass. It will not always be like this. And whoever God has picked his file, whoever God has opened his door, you cannot shut it. And any door that God has shut, you will not open it. You cannot. You see, when you hear that, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm, it is not talking about Daddy G.O. No. It's talking about somebody who God has anointed for a purpose. You touch him, you touch the apple of my eyes. You know, it will shock you. It will shock you when we get to heaven. And you will see the people that God will say, these are the apple of my eyes. And you will not see a lot of Daddy G.O.s. You will not see a lot of imams there. You'll be shocked. So be careful the way you treat people. And with that, I'm going to come to the end of today's broadcast. It's really a very touchy one for me. A lot of our comrades are in Abuja right now, and we really wanted to support them. So please, If you have a means of supporting the people there, over 70 of them, they came from different states. They need accommodation, they need transportation, they need all kinds of logistics, and we're doing what we can from all over the place, but more is needed. And you know, these crazy governments, we don't know what they are up to, but we want to be ready for them for the days ahead. So please, support our people there. If you want to know how to support them, you can get in touch with me and I can direct you to how you can support them, because you know, our people here. Sorry, I forgot to greet you, neighbor, DSS, Army Intelligence, Presidency. How na day? Just today I didn't recognize you, but we know say you did there, so we're not gonna announce any account number. No, we just spoil your plan. All right, so please support them and keep supporting us also. All right, from Dr. Erica, from all of us, scattered all over the place, doing a lot of work to bring this program to you. I want to say that I love you, I care about you, and please take care of yourself. Remain safe. Aluta continua. If you're in Abuja, please make sure you show up there at the court on Thursday, which is tomorrow. All right, we'll keep posting more information. All right, take care. Bye bye.